This is the K4NFP PageDeck2. This is a paging transmitter, two-tone, long-tone, and hopefully a few more formats here in the future. Just haven't implemented them just yet. But here's the device itself. This actually originally was a beacon controller board, but it's been redesigned. The final product will be completely different. It'll be a custom designed board, but with the same components as this. So on the front, we have a power LED, a transmit LED, a tone LED, and a data LED. The data LED is not configured to do anything at the moment, just because it's kind of redundant. The transmit LED does basically the same thing. As you see, we got a potentiometer, or a small trimmer pot for adjusting the voltage, or not the voltage, but the output signal level. And yeah, here's the software. So here is your paging presets. You've got checkboxes on the side for stacking multiple pages together, or you can just do a single page at once. Sorry, it's really hard to control this through the camera, but down here at the bottom, you have a console box that shows all the serial communications. An alert tone selector. We've got 0 is no alert tone. 1 is a 1 kilohertz beep for 1 second. 2 is a recreation of the Motorola high-low tone. 3 is a warble. 4 is like a pulsing beeping pattern. Let's set it to 2. 3. I kind of like 3. Up here at the comms tab, you've got a connect disconnect box and your serial port drop down. Under tools, you've got a quick page, which isn't fully implemented yet, so it's grayed out. A stay on top feature, so that way in case you want to just keep it over on the side of your monitor or something, it's designed to be a nice small form factor software. Refresh data reloads everything in the preset box, just in case somehow it doesn't reload or somehow it's not loading all of the XML data. This is all stored in a local database in the software, and then upon closing it saves it, or upon changing of the database it saves it to a local XML file, and upon opening it tries to read that local XML file. Here you can add a new paging preset. There's your preset name, paging information, and this is a transmitter selection system. This was a custom protocol, however, we're now changing to Motorola PERC. And we've got an about box, which doesn't show much information at the moment. And the final version will have a help document. So let's go ahead and send a single page. We'll send the whale tone for a siren system I was creating. And you'll see the transmit light come on. And the tone LED come on. Let me see if I can... kind of funny sounding, I know. Now let's stack 2 of them together. We'll stack the attack tone and the generic pager tone. And let's try the Motorola high-low tone. So... Now, as you can see, when they are sent, there is, well, it's really hard to see, but there is a, let me just send another one. Let's try 4. I've never actually used 4 before. See, it says page sending. The keys.
The temperature is 841 degrees.
Ignore that, it's not 841 degrees in here, it's about 75. Anyways, the first tones you hear, the dee-doo, is the Motorola PERC tones. That is for selecting a transmitter. In a like a fire dispatch scenario, you would never hear any of those tones. You'd never have a tone like that. That's only really in data, like voice data paging or PuckSag paging systems. Not mission critical, I guess you could say. They're designed to basically transmit. You transmit those tones and your paging tones or binary paging data for PuckSag up to an uplink frequency or maybe an uplink repeater network. And then from there on, you can have receivers that are actually on the band that you have your pagers on. For example, our local hospital uses a 400 megahertz uplink frequency, and then at the multiple sites that they have, there's a Zetron Model 66 transmitter controller that decodes the perk tones, the Motorola perk tones, the doo-doo, and whether the perk tone tells it, the perk tone will tell it whether or not to basically relay that transmission. So that is the K4NFP PageDeck2. And if you're curious on how this is interfacing with that radio, this is just generating the tones through a microcontroller and a low-pass filter. It's very high, actually. Like I said, there's a level control, but see the white wire there goes up to this top Motorola radio here through the accessory connector on the back, and goes into the flat audio input. So, yeah, sounds pretty good for just a microcontroller and a filter. And what you were listening to was this Uniden BCT 15X trunk tracker. Now, I had a previous video on this radio here with another one of these boards, but designed to do something completely different. This board actually has a circuit to decode these two-tone paging formats. This is still a work in progress. It works very well. However, I'm not really disclosing much information about it just yet. I plan to make this into a product, and yeah. So if anybody's interested in buying this board, once I've got it built, I'm going to basically be building a relay board that has either 4 or 6 controllable relays based off of a two-tone. I'm also going to be making an FSK/radio modem version and a Siren AR timer. Just a few boards for the Siren community. I know that they really love two-tone and FSK, and they would love to stick it on some of their own homemade sirens or sirens that people have collected. So I'm trying to make a modern version that's not $1 million. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and for fun, let's just go ahead and send 3 pages with the funny warble tone, because why not? Here we go. And you can watch the checkboxes uncheck as it sends them. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video.